Hello.
Hello! 3, 2, 1. Hello! Very nice countdown, Bram.
Yeah, thank you
Very
very much.
nice.
We're back doing the dwarfy thing. It's been a while,
Dwarfing, dwarfing, dwarfing. Hey,
and
hey.
Deathbite is there as well. Hello, guys.
Hello. Deathbite, Igetrus, Amanda. Net zoals ik.
All of the
Oh,
guys.
welcome.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, we will be working on our beautiful dwarf project again.
Yeah, just noodling away yet
I was
again.
I was just looking at it like, what did I do last time? And I'm trying to remember. What,
You
2 weeks
polished up
ago?
all the scales, right?
I polished up a bunch of these scales, I think. And then I was looking around. And I should probably start breaking down this stone. And one of these legs still float above it, so I should change that. Oh yeah, I wanted to make it more vertical, but I think I already did that.
I think you changed it a bit, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you go in the Discord and you go to the off-topic channel, you can see a beautiful print of our last Tuesday's challenge by he get Gatrus. How does this name work? He Gatrus. I'll stick with that.
But yeah, it's a
Dancing.
lovely print. It turned out really well, surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought that it would be a pain to print because of how thin and long it is.
Yeah.
Uh, but it looks really nice. That was fast. Gosh, damn.
Yeah, I need to brush up on my resin printing as well because
I want one.
it hasn't been going well the last couple of times, and then it's just only cleaning and just filled prints, and it's not really that fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
no
also needed
prints, only cleaning.
yeah. You also needed some new alcohol or something, right?
Yeah, and I think I need it as well because the one that I have is quite old and used. It's not cloudy anymore. That isn't, but yeah, it's just not great.
It's not great anymore. So Deathbite, sticking to my timetable, doing good workouts and cardio also. Hell yeah.
Oh, great!
Keeping the bodybuilder forever.
Yes,
It's been a while since I had an actual workout. But
you guys have workouts.
I'm supposed to get back into it this I wanted to say this weekend, but this weekend I'm not back in my country, so next weekend maybe. Next week, Wednesday, I should be able to go.
Just participate in those Scottish power games. Just
Oh
stone
yeah,
hurling
I
and
should do
tree
that.
tossing and whatever.
I mean, it is pretty cool. That's some damn explosive powers that they have.
Oh yeah, it's scary almost.
Hey, Nitish, welcome.
Welcome, Nitish.
Long time no see. Oh well, I don't
Oh,
know.
you was
Not
there
not
last
really.
stream as well.
Not really, but it feels like a long time for me. I had a
Yeah,
I had
when
a
you're not there, it
long
always
day.
feels like a long time. I think
Oh,
that's what Mike wants to say, right?
yes,
Yeah. I mean, those
exactly.
2 days felt like at least three. Yeah. I'm
I'm
just
playing
just noodling
my
again.
music in my earballs,
Ah.
so I don't know if I can share whole lists, but I will post it in our songs to sculpt to if I can find it. Where is it? It was just a daily mix for me.
I think it was a daily mix that you had what Spotify made. Do you
Wanna be
guys play
Bram.
any PC games?
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Stalker, for example, or Pripyat is a good realistic survival game. I don't really play that much anymore, which is really odd because I used to play a lot. But yeah, Baldur's Gate we play once in a while.
Well, every once in a while when all the stars align.
Yeah.
And
But what is the last game that I played that wasn't Baldur's Gate? Let me just check. Oh, Elden Ring, of course. Yeah.
Elden Ring. Oh, soon. I don't think I really have time to play the expansion, but I will look at stuff anyway.
Yeah, I've kind of played a lot of playstyles right now, so I'm kind of guessing, like, kind of questioning myself, like, should I just start over and completely another one, and which one should I take if that's the case? What playstyle? What kind of weapons? I haven't done bows, but bows in Elden Ring are just
one magic
Why?
hand and one dagger.
Well, there is a spell that's basically just a sword. Every time you do the spell, you cast a sword, you slice with a magic sword, a tiny one. That's actually a pretty good one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's been a while, and I'm also looking forward to Path of Exile 2
Oh, yeah.
whenever that comes out. I mean, it's starting to open up, like closed testing is going on.
Oh, okay.
So like the first acts are being played. And I hear from those YouTubers that got to play, it's like every time they play, it gets better.
Ooh, that's always good.
Yeah.
It's been a while once we played that. When we played that.
Yeah. And they have AWSD controls now.
Whoa.
So you can move while casting and stuff.
But
So,
it just tornadoed, so it already did that.
A little less static if you have to cast things. Roll it.
Yes. Just hold down the right click and just mow away your enemies. Mow down your enemies.
Just summon the specters.
Oh yeah,
that's all I did. Just standing still.
They're so cool though.
Shoot.
It's crazy. Bodybuilder Forever says that when we were kids, parents wouldn't buy us expensive computers, but when we grew up, we had expensive computers, but no games to play. Yeah.
Gosh damn. How times have changed.
I was lucky enough that I was able to build my own one, which was really cool. Yeah. My dad sold computers just as or was a freelance IT guy, basically. So he had a lot of stuff at home in his office, and we built one of my computers together. And that back then, oh man, that was a good one. But yeah, it's a while ago because I would never be able to fill the hard disk at that time of 30 gigabytes.
What?
Yeah.
That's a giant hard disk.
It's super massive.
Back then, it was crazy big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Good enough.
And I kind of want to have a new one, just because this old guy is chugging along for over 10 years now, which is great. It still works well, which is even better. But I'm also noticing that yeah, it's getting old.
Its time is coming.
Yes.
I remember a day that we were walking through the snow, pushing this computer to your place.
No, that was actually it was Emil's
Oh, that was
one.
Emil's
Yeah, I
computer.
need to go
Ah,
even further than my place.
even further
Yeah,
than.
yeah. To the other side of town. I was only halfway.
Wow.
Oh, you guys needed that, and me as well. I was lucky enough to carry just the accessories and all the boxes and the stuff that didn't go in there, and even that one was heavy. There was no real. It was just a little bit awkward of a box, not a big one, but just too awkward enough to hold. So yeah, you
Mhm.
just over constrain yourself just by holding it. It's just
The two people.
yeah, the movers for mine it's the same box. How do you call it again?
What do you mean?
Computer closet? No. God damn it. How do you call it? Mike, help me.
What are you talking about? Computer closet?
Yeah, the computer closet.
Box? Oh, the case.
Yeah,
No?
it is a case. Okay, I was making myself
I
way too
think so.
difficult. Yeah, and it's a chunky boy.
It is a chunky boy. For all the expansions that you put in there.
Yeah, I never did.
Yeah.
The cheese, the cars, indeed. Yes.
All the cars. Let me see. Awesome work, both of you. Thank you. We are doing our best.
I'm trying, but thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying. I am just using some brushes that have these nice crack alphas. I'm just cracking this up, but some of these legs are going too deep. So I'm just going to cheese them a little bit.
Ooh.
Just mask and move brush.
I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm
La-dee
just
da.
making more vines and branches. And just
Vines
see
and
where I
branches.
will end up.
You're making the main tree.
Yeah, and I also need to do some work on the roots themselves, right? And
Uh-huh.
this is completely empty still as well, so I need to do something there. Don't know if I'm gonna break it up or just gonna cover it with even more vines, so I don't have to, so I don't see anything. But yeah, I've got no plan on what to do today, so
Time to make one. You made your guy bigger, right? Inside of the cave.
no, I made the cave smaller. The guy is still the
Okay.
same size.
Say the same difference.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it isn't as massive anymore. I think it was during Mike's last stream when he was alone, and I was on vacation. I was still noodling along and making some cool finds. And the gap in the last what you saw. So I kind of did this and played with the size of the cave of Hanuman's head. And yeah, Mike had a nice idea that smaller would maybe a little bit better. And yeah, I think I agree. It's still massive. It's still a big head. So that's good.
Just filled with great ideas.
You're just
You're
that
free
good.
to take them. All those great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I do. Egomaniac. Whoop. Da-da-da-da.
And I'm still amazed how well the print turned out. He gets this.
It's so cool.
Yes.
It looks so light. As in, like, as the dancer that he is. Light as a feather.
Yeah, and also like that he is a little bit on an angle. And it makes it even more dynamic. It's I like it. The big knot of vines. There's something around there. And eventually, when I've been noodling around with this for like half an hour, like nah, let's
No.
redo that.
Do it a different way.
Yes. Do the same thing but different.
Let's see. It doesn't really work. Maybe that brush.
Yeah, today at work I made about the same thing 3 times in a row or something like that.
Did it go faster every time?
No, not really. I was making iterations of a model, of a design, and I think, oh yeah, this is kind of something that's an idea. Okay, like do that, and then made a duplicate out of it, and worked off the duplicate and tweaked it some more. Then maybe go in different direction and tweak, and I made the same thing again. I just moved around vertices that long. I just made the same thing. Just turned out completely looped around and got the same result again, and that about 3 times. Yeah.
You just looked at it and it's like, oh yeah, now it's nice. And then you look back and it's like, oh,
It's the same thing.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Well, then I was just right the first time.
Especially when it happened 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's so weird.
yeah, it's weird when that happens, right? But a good thing when something like that happens, it's just to throw everything away except for the one that worked well, of course, and just start over with just a different method. And yeah, that helps.
Maybe continue pushing and pulling. And then you end up with the same thing again. Oh my god.
No, I don't like it. I don't like what I'm making. It's too knotted. I think it should have a core, and then it just kind of just wraps around, right? Instead of just having a beanstalk. Yeah. Okay.
Unless there's different trees that intermingle, but
yeah, I think it's just a vine that crawls over a bigger branch, and that kind of becomes the branch. It's kind of like I think it's a parasitic vegetable, vegetation, vegetable, parasitic vegetable. What are there parasitic vegetables? Like no, I can only grow on
strawberries.
Something else, yeah.
Strawberry vegetable.
It's not even a fruit or a berry. It's kind of its weird own thing, right? I've been told, which makes it true, obviously, but
yeah, definitely. So it's like the written words.
Yeah, if it sounds believable, then it probably is, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it was on the internet, it has to be true.
Oh yeah, it was on a headline and everything.
Yeah.
Definitely not. How do you call it? Oh man, I'm very low in energy today. Just completely off.
Braining.
There's brain farts all over the place.
Let's take another alpha for that top one over here. Let's see. What I have is pretty nice.
How would a parasitic vegetable look like, Mike? Tell me.
I don't know why, but it has red eyes.
Of course it has eyes, yes.
Yes. Otherwise, that's how it finds its targets to parasite on, obviously. It also wears a cloak most of the time. You can stalk its prey.
Okay, okay.
It's a hunting parasite, right? First, you have to gather info and find the correct target to siphon from, and then
Mm-hmm.
you stalk that target. You're getting close, and then you just stay on its tail forever. And
Just
that's the parasiting, right?
no, that's hunting what you described.
No.
Oh, so it
Just
stays on his tail. Okay.
literally on his tail.
Yeah, okay. He's always following. It's always on his tail. No, no, no. It's literally on his tail. Okay, now I get it. A pineapple actually eats you when you're eating it. Yeah, that's true.
What the hell?
I burned my mouth once while for drawing class.
For
Believe it or
drawing
not.
class of all
Yeah,
things.
that's a weird way to start it.
I burnt my mouth for drawing class.
I did, yeah. Well, because we had to make a pineapple,
Uh-huh.
and the teacher of us also noticed that I was having some trouble with ellipses. So I had to redo both the ellipses one and the pineapple one. So he had the brilliant idea of how about you just cut your pineapple diagonally, right? And then you can do them both at once. So just deliver the one drawing, and it'll be fine.
He's saving you work. That's good, right?
Yeah. So I had a full pineapple that I still needed to eat because it was getting old in the same day. Um, so I had to draw a lot and eat a lot of pineapple, and I didn't clean it a lot. I didn't clean the core out of it that well. So for about 2 days, I just had a sore mouth, just cuts all over the place. At least it kind of felt
Uh,
like it. Yeah, it wasn't a good thing. No,
it's not a nice pineapple.
no, it bit back. Yeah,
Gosh damn. Hate it when they do that.
yeah. Like this final um, act of vengeance, like for leaving it open, exposed to the elements
How dare you
for at
treat me
least a
this
couple of
way?
hours. So it's
I'll show you,
yeah.
human. That's your real name.
It wasn't, but I didn't tell him that.
Oh yeah, but if he found out, the pears would be cooked
Yes, definitely. Or baked. The baked
or
pears, right?
baked. Yeah, I will be sitting with the baked pears.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you guys had subtitles, that was hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. You're here.
Just Dutch proverbs that are
it,
actually translated into English. Never really works well, but it's
it,
funny as
it,
fuck.
it sounds just so dumb.
It is, yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh, that's too heavy. Um, mm, do I like it?
Same as
Maybe.
falling with the door in the house, right?
Somebody's gonna do it.
Definitely. Like, hey, hello, I'm here.
Wham!
Someone actually wanted to do that a couple of days ago. I think it was last weekend. Yeah,
In your house.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The bell rang, and I was still in bed, and I was like, oh wait, let's just wake up and just look at the clock. What time is it? Did I miss something? I didn't really know where I was that early, and just looked at my phone, and it was like 5:30. Like, okay, probably some kids, ringing the bell.
Haha.
Yeah, that's fun. So I go, all right,
Wake
all right.
up!
Just let him. Just don't
Oh, the
react.
grumpy old man is coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very
Yeah, yeah.
old. And thank you. and So yeah, okay, and I went the second time, like yeah, sure, and the third and the fourth, and it just kept longer and longer, and it sounded very urgent. So I'm, oh damn it! So I
Have to get up
yeah,
now.
I dressed, got out of bed, dressed, and just kind of looked out of the window first because it sounded very urgent, like maybe everything's on fire. So no, not on that side, no, the other side, no, also nothing. So it's still ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. And so I picked it up. Like, yeah, what do you want? What are you doing? What's going on? And he said, is this Bart's place? And I,
What?
this is very quiet and nervous voice. It's very skittish.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, is this
What are you up to?
Bart's place? And like, where have you been? What's the name besides the button you've been pressing the entire time? And what does it? Does it say Bart?
Well, maybe if you have some heavy dyslexia.
Which a lot of people do. I've
Brown
been called
Bart.
Bart quite often, and he was like, yeah, I got this address from a friend of mine, and yeah, I thought I just went and come and visit. Like, what are you doing? Who are
What
you?
the heck?
What time is it?
Go home, you're drunk.
And I think then the intercom went quiet because it's been too long for like a minute or something, and then it kind of stops, right?
Okay.
And I never heard of him again, which was nice, but I was fully awake, so yeah. Maybe he was flirting with you. I don't know. I don't know though.
It's intense flirting.
I wish he kept it silent and not at the doorbell.
Yeah, I have a broken texture brush. I have a whole bunch of them. Just I searched for marble damage. I think I dropped a link in resources. I think
Oh, I don't know anymore.
it's Tosca marble damage. Then you'll find an art station page with all these brushes.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty snazzy.
Yeah.
I also often use them for like damage in metal and stuff, like these
Oh yeah.
long ones. Just like, oh yeah, he got scratched by an animal.
Yeah, those are great for that. Also, the in the orb cracks package, right? There's also a couple of good ones. They're very clean and thin, but there's also very nice for some bit more stylized
Oh yeah,
weapon
the
damage.
slash.
Yeah, some slashes indeed.
These ones.
They're very clean compared to what you have over there. But
yeah, they are.
but they worked really nice for Larian.
We just try to get rid of this. We have to clip it. It leaves a weird edge where the alpha split. Did that work?
Resources. I will be giving it a look for my building project. Oh, what are you building?
He's building buildings.
You're building buildings? Actual buildings.
Right here.
Yeah. And it also sounded like an awkward situation you got in 2 months ago. Oh, do tell. Oh, I've seen it for the tabletop games. Nice. Of course, I should have known.
Yeah, those all those Warhammer figures need a place to live.
Yeah, just a spot to hide. Just a volley of arrows. And I think rats are a thing as well, right? The vermintide? No, that's the game, right? Vermintide is the game.
That's the game, but yeah. I know the rats you mean. The Skaven.
Skaven, those are the ones, yeah. It sounds very ratish. Hmm.
In the new 4.0 version, the Skaven are the arch enemy. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Arch enemy of your particular army or arch enemy of like the
All
whole
of them,
world?
even more Skaven. They're also the arch enemy.
They are the rats arch enemies.
Lore-wise, ooh, what did I do to get that title of
I
arch
think they were
enemy?
I think they
Like
were
all of the other guys
translating.
were like, no, those ones. I don't want those ones. Get away with them. They're too hairy. Don't like all those teeth.
There's always one big baddie trying to do something per season.
Ah,
It's always one, right? Can't they just chill for a season? Just just recover. Have instead of Warhammer, just have Peace Hammer.
this is one of those tables in the canteen. Like now it's this one's turn to do the washing up. No, it's that one's turn to washing up. There's also one for arch enemies, and then Skaven is now circled. They blended two realms together and started to attack the realm they merged into. That's never a good thing. It's like the English.
Oh, the English.
Yeah.
They
Like,
are
no.
footballers
This
right
this
now.
this is ours now. This is the flags and stuff.
I mean, the Netherlands were pretty good as well.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier to blame other people. But yeah.
Rest in peace.
I promised the Warhammer club owner that I would take the scenery from his home to the club before the game night. He gave me an address, and I went there and rang the door. Ah,
Oh,
was it
and
the
then you
wrong
were like,
address?
is this Bart?
Is this the Warhammer guy? It's the wrong address, maybe. Oh, also, a couple of years ago, in my older part. Oh, okay. A younger person came around, 16 or 18, opened the door. And asked, yeah, "Do you got the stuff ready?" He was very confused.
You got the stuff.
But when back to his house, he looked, I shouted that it would be back entrance. So you could. Ooh, leaving us on a cliffhanger.
What? A younger guy. Stuff. Do you have the stuff? Do
Do
you
you
have
got
the
the
stuff?
stuff?
Hey, boy. I'm here for the stuff.
Got it?
You got it.
Is it ready?
If you don't have the stuff ready, I'll make you pay.
There are ways to pay for not ready stuff, unready stuff. So you could put them in my car where it was parked. The kid was looking for around 5 minutes, came outside very confused. Asked me what I was looking for. I told him about the Warhammer scenery. He didn't knew what I was probably talking about. Oh no!
Oh! Gosh darn Warhammer scenery. Like, what is Warhammer? And you're like, yeah, it's with these little guys.
It's kind of like dolls, but really tiny, and you play war with them, right?
And you can paint them as well.
Yeah.
It's like dress up, but with paint.
Such a naive little guy, just opening and looking for stuff, just for a complete stranger that is just in front of your door.
Do you have the stuff?
Oh yeah, sure, I'll look. What are you looking for exactly? This little, almost like a letter square this big, fits in your pocket, has stuff in it. Very flat stuff. Yeah, one of those. I was looking for one of those. This wallet-shaped object. Yes, a wallet would do. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Now close the door. Don't tell the police.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody. I am not real. So he didn't know what I was talking about, but he was totally shocked. He had been searching in his house in a bit of a panic, thinking it was some sort of street deal. And his parents weren't home, so he didn't know what to do.
Oh, poor guy.
So I explained that I got the most anxious, awkward laugh I ever heard in return. Wrong house. I was like, oh my god, this man. Did you have your big beard back then? It's like, do you have stuff? God damn.
Just playing with miniatures. That's all. Yeah, he was just looking for 5 minutes for stuff. It's such a sweet, naive little guy. It's nice that he was looking though, but I don't
5
think
minutes,
he
he
should
was
have.
just like trying to get his phone or something, and like, Mom, there's a crazy guy here.
He has a beard.
He's asking for stuff, and I don't know what stuff. What do I do?
Yeah, beard and a resting grumpy man face. Oh, that's a good combination.
Okay. This looks pretty broken, I think.
Oh, that's very broken. Yeah. And also an odd experience in my old apartment when I was still living there a couple of years ago, and there was some rummaging in my front door. So I kind of looked up, like that's a sound I never really hear, and so I kind of walked towards, and it's the same sound over and over, and someone was trying to get in, like, but I'm in. It's not, so I kind of looked through the peephole, and there was someone very frustrated that the key wouldn't go in. Like, oh wait, maybe they got confused by the floors, right? Happened to me once as well.
Wrong floor.
Yeah, just halfway through the floor, and then you think, it feels off. It's exactly the same floor, but it still feels off. And so I thought, let's do something fun, and I just opened the door, like, welcome home. I was waiting for you. Tea's still up there, and it was this girl, and she just looked with these really big eyes, like, what's happening? What's he doing in my house? And it took her about, it felt like a minute, maybe two. You're in the wrong house. You're on the wrong floor. So then you can look at the side of the door and just, I think she shrank to half the size and just dribbled away.
Oh my god. I'm so happy this was not my house. Strange man inside.
Actually had a girl willingly wanted to go into my house, but no.
No.
Very briefly though. Very briefly.
They wanted to get in until they knew that you were in.
Yeah. Oh, not this guy. No.
Oh.
His glasses and everything.
Oh my gosh. And in our place, going up to our apartment, and going out the corner, put the key in the door. It's like, it's not working. And then a dog starts barking inside. Like, oh shit, it's not the right door.
We didn't have a dog.
Ah.
Sweetie, is it you? You alright? Yeah, they're pretty much the same thickness, those two. Let's make one thinner. Auto group.
Okay. I think this is fine for now. What is up next? This could use a little bit more clip. Clip. Oopa.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I think so too. Ooh, fancy swirly shape you got.
Well, thank you. I'm not really sure what to do on top, but I'll just figure out this first and then figure out what I'm gonna do later. I think something that's kind of doing that, right?
Hmm.
Nah, that's
That's
getting way too big.
Gonna be big.
It's getting way too big again. Maybe just cracked, like that. It's fallen off.
That was the original sketch.
The original
back
sketch.
Way back when, the colorful one.
Yes. Load, yes. Always double check to load if it's loading or saving. This big guy. There's one big one.
One big one. It's like kind of like broken on the top, or at least not continuing.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna do that. Nope. Over here. Nope, not this one. That one. That one. Yeah, something similar like that.
Oh, scusi. Save. Okay, maybe we'll look at Mr. Dwarf Man.
Oh yeah, I noticed that I haven't been sneezing. So that's good.
You notice that you have not been sneezing.
Yeah.
You have a cold or something.
Well,
right?
I thought so. And my nose was irritated and everything like that. It was just sniveling and sneezing. And I haven't done so anymore when I got home.
Okay.
And at work, we got one of those perfume dispensers, automatic, on the wall.
Uh-huh.
I think my nose isn't like that one.
Ah. It's annoying.
Yep.
Literally.
Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I can make it look like lightning has hit it. Yes. That is a good idea. First, I'm gonna make the main tree, and then I'm just gonna burn it down. It looks like it should be a very rainy scene, right? Like sheltering there, lots of rain happening.
Yeah. Raining away.
Exactly. And Also, thank you for being here again. All the almost bald.
Loyal viewer.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Gotten so used to that he's there. Even forgot to say hello. Yeah.
Don't like what's going on here.
Hmm.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
So okay.
I'm just
So we have
noodling.
the rich
Literally noodling now.
muscles, then we have this, and then we have the bone,
Oh, look at those muscles.
and then we have the flexors. Okay, that's all fine.
Yeah. It
So
looks fine.
I think this is just the biceps brachii, I wonder. The
Must be-
biceps under the biceps.
Yeah, the bicep brachii, yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it was just looking a little too thin before.
Ah.
It was like this, like
Ah.
like that.
That's good enough as well, right?
Maybe.
Was
Maybe it was
Mr.
not thin
Ryan
enough.
also able to look at that one, or wasn't there enough
No,
time? No.
I didn't find an appropriate moment for that.
Ah.
Maybe I could still ask him. Where's the bones gone? Too much.
I like it. Got sent some reference images of trees struck by lightning.
Ooh.
Just splinters all over the place. One is kind of like almost like an umbrella, just opened up. It's really nice.
Damn.
Thank you very much. I will look at it
Not
later.
look
Today,
at
my brain isn't really able to brain.
The brain is not braining.
No, it's not braining anymore. There was a lot of things to do at work, which is well good because I wasn't bored, but also
Busy.
just a lot of work. Yeah, very busy. One of the other guys came back to the office as well. And he was actually sick at home, but yeah, because there was a lot of things happening. He came to the office nonetheless,
Okay.
and apparently he wasn't really allowed to from the boss. What if you get Bram sick? I need that guy. That's good to know. That's good to know.
That would not be great. And then you start sneezing, and like, oh shit, it's happening.
Yeah, that's kind of when I heard it because that's when that guy said like, "I hope you're not sick now." I don't know, just sneezing so far.
Hmm.
Let's open it up, see where we end up.
Very deep.
This kind of goes over there, right? Yeah. And now it's kind of even. Like it's like you can draw a straight line across here, right? And I think it will be a little bit better if one side was a lot higher. Because if it falls over, then it kind of just pulls all those fibers from one side and not the other one. So I think if it fell over, then if this side is the longer side, the tree would fall this side to the back, to the side, something like that over here. He says with zero knowledge about tree felling, but yeah.
But sounds logical.
Yeah, right?
Okay, then if this is here, that's that. I'm not knowing. There. Not sure how that's broken.
Kind of making these parts a little bit wider, just so I can sculpt them a little bit better. So I don't have to make every piece of vine on those ones, because they're all torn up, right? At least that's the idea.
Now
So,
they are. Lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Taste lightning, succumb. No.
Yeah, I'm liking this so far. It's a bit of a blob, but it's my blob.
It's a bit of a blob, but it's my blob.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've also been playing Kingdom Hearts, to go back to the question at the start of the stream.
PC games.
Yeah, I finished the first one, which was really nice. I was never able to finish it because I never had a PlayStation 2. And now they are on PC, or on Steam at least. They've just been released. And I've been playing those. And it was really fun. Yeah. It's not yet as convoluted as a storyline as I was talked into, which was good. I was able to follow that story, which I like. But yeah, there's also a lot of other ones, right? I wanted to replay Chain of Memories as well, because that's actually the only one that I've played. Because I did have a Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty fun game. And then I started playing it, and like, not really though.
What?
It wasn't really that fun anymore. No.
No.
It's very odd gameplay, and also the remake. I thought, if I... Oh, it's disconnected. Reconnected successful. Okay, good. Hopefully we didn't stutter or go away.
Hello? Are we still there?
And even the remake, it wasn't 2D anymore. It was just full 3D, which was nice. But it just didn't really play all that nicely. It wasn't really... No. No. But I was told by someone who's a really big fan of the series that isn't really necessary to play that one anyway.
It's basically a repeat of the first game, right?
Yeah, there's also some story behind it. That Organization
some
13.
extra. There's some extra bits in between the worlds.
And you have to defeat a couple of them. And you don't really see them anymore in the rest of the storyline. So if you don't play it and you don't see them anyway, what's the point of playing? There wasn't really any didn't really add anything to the story apparently. And like I said, the gameplay was also not amazing. So I started on Kingdom Hearts 2, and yeah, it was quite a long intro. And when I was done with the intro, the Steam Deck just died because of the battery. No. Yeah, the battery died.
Oh, okay.
So I have to redo that intro.
Oh, but there was a save stuff in between, right?
Yeah, it was before that. I haven't done the complete intro, but it took a while because I wanted to see the intro little movie, and
hell yeah,
had to make a decision on do I pick the sword-like gummy baton thingy?
Magics.
No, they have gummy magic sticks.
What?
Yeah, the second one, right?
I don't remember. I just remember it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna continue from after the first game, and then it's like, who is this guy? Where's Sora?
I don't know. So many questions. Already starting with questions.
Who am I?
He looks like Sora, but isn't Sora. It's another one that has an X in the name.
Sora with an X in the middle.
Sorax. It kind of sounds like a cleaning agent, Sorax.
Soxman.
No, but there was a part in the intro where they stole the word. I don't know. And they stole a word. Yes, you heard it right. Okay. And everyone still knows what they're talking about, even though they can't speak it, which makes it even more weird. And they are blaming those guys and your guy as well. And you have to prove that you weren't stealing those by beating them up with like fake toy weapons, really. Yeah, and that's why I died.
Yeah, that's where Cypher is and stuff, right? Like,
is that Cypher, that guy?
Final Fantasy VIII. That guy, Leon/Squall.
Yeah, it's Squall.
And then Cypher or whatever the.
I mean, I like that Squall is in the game in the original one, but changing his name to Leon doesn't make him cooler.
I mean, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. He was such a crybaby, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, in Final Fantasy, at least.
Yeah, my English was also just probably non-existent when I played it. It was my first Final Fantasy.
Yeah, mine too. I saw
And I
a friend.
remember that I was stuck at some point in where you were suddenly with a whole different group of people,
Oh, that's the second disc.
and
Yeah.
you were in a town, and I didn't know what to do there. And then when you take a break from the game, you know even less what you're doing there.
Yes. Yes. That's always a problem with Final Fantasy games with me. They're fun, but until you're stuck, and then you have to get a guide, and then you notice that you missed pretty much half the game. At least kind of feels like it to me always.
I'm noodling. Okay, stop it.
Why? You're having fun, right?
Let me place his legs somewhere solid. Mm,
Something like this. It's very rough shape still. Maybe some more whatchamacallit bits, sharp bits on the top.
reminds me a bit of a flower.
Yeah, just
Or
really
the
big
tail
one.
of a whale.
Oh, it's a whale tail.
Whale tail.
Ah. It's a Rorschach test, this tree that I'm making. Oh, the saving.
Break. Okay.
Hmm. In that direction. Uh-huh.
Uh,
I feel like it's getting too busy. Let's get rid of that one. And feel no, topological. Thicken this one. Okay.
I'm going to split this soul off. Split.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, getting there very slowly.
Slowly and surely is the way to go.
Definitely.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Wise words. Wise words. They've been working on Path of Exile for quite a while now, right?
Uh-huh.
The Path of Exile 2 update at least.
Yeah. And originally it was going to be just like a big update on Path of Exile 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I think since Overwatch 2 happened, they might keep them a little bit more separated.
Ah,
Just for the people that want that prefer the mechanics of 1.
that's a nice thing to do. Yeah.
I don't know if they are actually going to do that, but would seem smart to me.
Yeah, there's
Just
always a
because it's
group that's
just
like, nah, I don't like it. It's
yeah,
stupid.
and then
It's
it's
new.
just like
Yeah, and maybe it
you
is.
cannot play the original anymore if it's like
Oh
a big
yeah,
update like Overwatch 2 did.
yeah, that's true.
So would probably be smart if they have a legacy version or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people kind of don't like that. It's, mostly for archiving reasons as well.
Yeah,
Like everyone wants to archive books and movies and also games, right?
everything.
Yeah, it's kind of what happens with the whole Nintendo debacle with removing the Play stores from the Wii and the Wii U and the DS and the 3DS.
Yeah,
You will never be able
everything's
to play
gone.
those games again legally. Just buy them again, right?
Yeah,
No, some of them you can buy again because they were made for the 3DS for the mechanic that it had.
yeah, for blowing the microphone
For example, yeah, or using the stylus.
or closing the screens together.
Oh, I hated that one.
That was a good one.
In
I was so
Zelda, yeah,
stuck.
it wasn't Zelda, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
yeah.
I was so stuck there. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't get it. And I was at my grandma's house, and then it's like,
Hey,
I have to go. So I closed it, and because I couldn't go and get out of there or anything, so I just closed it. And then I opened it back up. I was like, you did it. I was like, what? Okay, cool. Uh, oh,
fine.
that's fixed.
You were at a meeting. What did you miss? Oh, you missed all the hot goss.
All the hot goss, yeah. Like how Netzelzik was invading children's homes.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And only because he wanted to play Warhammer.
Yeah.
So he just starts knocking on random people's doors, really.
Could I interest you in the word of the Lord and Savior of Warhammer?
He's called Big E, isn't he?
Big E?
Yeah. Isn't he like the main guy in
Uh,
Warhammer?
you have Harry the Hammer is a big one.
Yeah.
Harry the Hammer
Oh.
is as he's known by the fan base. I don't remember it. It's like something Hammerstorm. Harry the hamster. Harry the Hammer. Harold Hammerstorm,
Harold Hammerstorm. Ah,
also known as Harry the
Harry the
Hammer.
Hammer. Yeah, that sounds good. Harry the Hammer sounds good with that name. Now it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Is this enough bend in those toes? I don't think so. I think we need more bend.
And I'm also trying to make that tree trunk that I had. I'm trying to make that look more like it's been struck by lightning, so I don't have to make the entire tree, which was a
Lightning
very
storm.
good idea by Old and Almost Bold.
Old and bold.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost. It's a very distinctive.
Still in denial, huh?
How do you call it? It's an adjective, isn't it, in English?
Almost.
Yeah. Like underneath are golden and a word that tells something about the next word.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is an
bijvoorbeeld
adjective.
Yeah.
Mother of nature tree.
It could be, yeah, but it will be lightning will have struck it, so it will be a little bit more of a mess eventually. But yeah, I was making a trunk and it wasn't really going anywhere, and instead of just making more of it, like why not have it stop at a certain moment? And just cutting off would be a little bit odd. So the lightning hitting the tree one is actually pretty fun. And but because it's just covered in vines and everything like that, right? Because it's in the Indonesian rainforest or close to it. If you look up ruins in Cambodia, still don't know which one it is, but
Holiday in Cambodia.
yeah, there are just so many vines just covering old ruins, and it's just amazing. It looks cool. They're very grabby almost.
Grabby.
Yeah, they just grab on top of that surface and just follow it along. It looks cool. But yeah, I'm trying to do that, and because it's a big tree, it needs more vines, but not too many. Also, I'm still blocking it out. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I kind of said in the beginning of the stream, I have zero plans, so it's very difficult to do things when you got so little plan. But yeah, just doing, no thinking.
It's a doing day, not a thinking day.
Yes.
Getting all of it. All of it fine. I can just move it 2 feet out of the way.
I don't like this one if I just remove it. Yeah. I don't like this one. Just go to the back. That one goes there. You're there now. It was kind of interfering. All of them go in this direction. And this one just went diagonally straight across it and didn't like it. I need to have some sort of a flow.
Something needs to be in there.
Tree bark scum is so annoying for you. Well, it's one of the best things for me. I really like it. Shall we just do do one bit just and see how well it goes? It's also very similar to pretty much entirely the same as what we did last week when Mike wasn't here, and we had a guest. Ren was also one of our viewers, who was here, and we made a little chest who turned out to be a little mimic, which was really fun.
Mimic barrel.
And it was a little mimic barrel chest. It was all of it. And yeah, let me just pick one bit. Which bit should I pick? Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the big one over here. that one. Do that and just split hidden. Yes. Subdivide it a couple of times. So you cut your shape, right? And you pick your dam standard or something similar. And it was so cool. Thank you very much. And just kind of just
cute little guy.
Yeah, it was a fun little guy. I was really happy with it. I was kind of noodling around during the weekend, like, oh, what are we going to do that day? And she wanted to do some props, and I didn't really know what prop would be good enough and fun. Not that it is, we could make a fork, but it's slightly less interesting.
Just a sword.
Yeah, a sword, for instance, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know what? Let's do the chest, a good old chest, and
Good old chest.
yeah. And then it was kind of done because I wanted to do a little dry run, really, to see what all the steps would be and what, so I didn't have to figure it out. Well, not really figure it out, but so I had a little bit of practice before explaining. Yeah, a little bit of prep. And that was done quite quickly, which was fun. And yeah, just made an eyeball and put it in there. Like, yeah, okay, he needs to have some teeth as well, and I kind of worked it out from there. And after when it was done with that, I changed up the shape a lot, so it was a lot chubbier and rounder, and that was really fun. So I had a little bit of a concept to go from. Yeah, we kind of do make shapes like this. This is the main shape, like all your grains. You take your clay buildup and just make it a little bit round. Make it mostly just for the roughness, but it also creates a little bit more depth between the scratches and the lines that you made, right? Can do that. I also wanted to see if I could finish up that little mimic guy and also make it available for printing, but I haven't really gotten around to do that, unfortunately. Just one of those things that just added to my list. My list of to-do things that only gets longer, and I never do something or anything from that list.
But it's on the list. So.
It's on the list, so it's one step. Step one is done. Put it on the list. And yeah, just roughen it up. Let's see if we can just emphasize a couple of the ones that we got over there. Let's just go to the blob brush, which is the secret of making bark. It's the blob brush. So BB and then L is now. It used to be only BB, and it very frequently you would accidentally get the blob brush, and then you got this, and you destroy your your mesh. So no one really liked it. And,
oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah, and I kind of accidentally put it to a lower intensity because I thought I was using a different brush. And I got this kind of. And if you just kind of tickle it around, it can still inflate like a lot. So you need to have that intensity quite low. And we just kind of tickle it. Sometimes a little bit harder, sometimes a little bit softer. Use alt as well, so you can go inward.
In and out.
Yeah. And kind of like that, and you kind of just tickle it. And it kind of already looks a lot more barky, yeah, isn't it? You just need to change the name of that list in things to forget, and everything makes sense again. You know what? I think I might do that. Yeah.
That's a good fix.
Yeah. Instead of just an archive, it's immediately just into the trash bin. I like this trash bin. Yes.
It's like I have written it down so I can forget about it. I know where to find it now.
And when you kind of blob this around, you just go up one subdivision higher. Like as you can see, it's still rough. Yeah, it doesn't need to be that high. And you kind of just emphasize on with your dam standards, maybe a little bit smaller. Oop. So it's a little bit more intense. You know what? We're just gonna add yet another one.
Another one.
Yet another subdivision, and you can just emphasize it. You don't really have to go exactly over those edges. And if you can miss it or it creates a double line, that's fine. It makes it just more alive. So it's one of those easy things of try not to think about it.
Just don't think.
Because if you're going to, then yeah, you're gonna make a pattern. But because this is kind of layered on top of a layer on top of a layer on top of a layer, and redoing those layers, it's quite tricky to get a pattern this way. Because we just made a guide for ourselves to follow now, right? And we did that from layer 1. We did our dam standards, and then we used our clay buildup to go around those lines of the dam standard that we just made. And I didn't blob it on this side. I didn't blob it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
not blocked.
There is a way to overdo that blob, though, so be kind of wary about that one. Yeah, okay, I know my words. Like what I was saying again, just immediately had a brain fart halfway through a sentence. And that's maybe a little bit too wiggly, so I just, it's auto-saving. Just undo that. Oh, that's that straight line again that ZBrush does. All of a sudden, you have a straight cut in your...
Everything.
Yeah, and it has been doing that ever since I've been using ZBrush. So
Forever.
yeah, basically. We started in 2011, right? With ZBrush.
That's the first time touching it.
Yeah. Because initially the lessons that we had were in Mudbox, but yeah, even the teacher said, yeah, just get your hands on ZBrush.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it, just get ZBrush. You can do it in Mudbox as well, this assignment, but you would be better off in ZBrush. And the weird thing is that you can still buy Mudbox. It hasn't been updated in over 10 years. You can still buy it at full price. No discount, just unsupported software for the full price. Okay, so kind of had that, and we did our build up. So we did our Damien standard. There we go. Now we're just gonna make it rougher again. And I'm again using the build up tool, make it nice and small, but I'm still following the lines that we made and make it a little bit more frantically, just more scratches. But don't follow the lines that we just made and don't go across them. Doesn't matter if you cross them, as long as you're going in the same direction. And this is again just for the roughness, and it creates some smaller grains instead of just the large ones. Have some texture to it. There are probably better ways of doing it, but it's quite a zen way of making wood, I feel. So maybe make it a little bit bigger so we're done earlier. And I don't know if this bit will be in this location as it is. Maybe I'll have to redo the entire thing, but you know, there's a lot of wood that I have to do this way, so
you like to do it, so
yeah, it's quite zen. You don't really have to think about it. Even better, if you start thinking about it, it gets worse. It's better if you don't think about it. But yeah, at Larian, I was the one who had to do all the wood stuff. Like, that Bram guy,
nice
he
wood,
knows how to
man.
do that. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was too
Just
afraid.
repeat what I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of worked, right? So I just did it again. And eventually I asked one of the guys there, like, can you teach me how to do wood, because it looks really good to how you do it, and mine looks all right, but it's very different, and I don't know how to do like yours. And he kind of showed, but yeah, his was more like a sawn wood, like open planks and things like that. And this is more bit more gnarly, so it's still wood. Yeah. Man, this is a big piece. Okay, are we done? Pretty much. Plop time. Whoop. And then make it nice and large this time. It's because we already have some smaller warts all over the place, right? And not really warts, but knots. Also not really, but bumps. Bumps is a good word.
Bumps.
And let's see if we can very gently with a bigger one. So we don't get those smaller ones anymore. We just get the wave that it creates. Because if you add even more smaller ones, it would just be too much, too many noise, too much noise, too many
noises.
Yes, it becomes so loud.
Yes,
it's blobbing all over the place. It's
you mother blobber.
Yeah, but that's basically how I do. You know, you don't see anything of it, but
where is it? Oh, there.
That's basically how I make wood. So I kind of hope that helps. And also, if you got a big knot like that you made with the blobbers, right? But if you are locating in the same spot and use the Alt, so you push inwards, you kind of get this nice knot, as if there was a branch there at one spot, and it just got sawn off, or it fell off. So just just make a bit of a lump with the blob brush, and then go inwards, and then that's basically it. Yeah.
All the tricks.
So yeah, blob brush. Use it. It's fun.
use it. It destroys your mesh.
It does. It really does. Don't forget to put that on 5 intensity or something like that instead of the 25. It's just ridiculous amounts for that brush. That is very rarely move with the intensity. I very rarely move that around, but only for that one. It just needs to be put to 25. During the stream, I used the H polish as well. It's not that I haven't forgotten it, but I use that one just to flatten out the details a little bit. So if I'm making planks of wood like we were, it's a little bit better to not have it this thick as I have it right now. But yeah, so at the end of the blob brush layer, let's call it, you just have a very gentle H polish, and then just do the layers again with the damp standard, the clay buildup, and then blob brush again, and then yet another very gentle H polish just to push everything down, and maybe an alt H polish, so you can pull up from the bottom instead of pushing down from the top. So you can still keep those upper details and not accidentally remove them. All your hard work, but still make it thinner by just filling them up from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So yeah, in about I don't know, 2-3 sessions, when I think I'm done with this tree, when I'm done noodling, then I'll have another 2-3 sessions of just me making bark.
Oh yeah. Just chilling sessions.
Yeah. Are you using any reference? No, I am not. No, not for the wood. For my guy that I've made, I had quite a lot of reference. Was all over the place. Is that easy to share? Let's see if I can share something. Just a sec. If I can share my PureRef. It looks so different now. It's PureRef 2, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Okay. And hey, he's back from
there
bodybuilding. Or just exercise, was it right? Window capture. PureRef. Okay. And it says PureRef. Okay, automatic. He doesn't want to show.
No, you're
Just my mouse is going mad. All of us. How many can you get? How many can you take?
I don't see your mouse going crazy. Hmm.
What's the best way of doing this?
This is
Yeah, but I have quite a lot of not a lot, a couple of them that are based off the reconstructions, at least, of the Homo floresiensis, which is a small offshoot of human that was found in the Indonesian one of the Indonesian caves, and because they were very small, like a meter tall only, like, yeah, that's perfect for my Indonesian dwarf. If you want to look them up on the internet, they're called hobbits. People call them hobbits because they're small. And I can share a screenshot in the Discord. Yes. It's quite the screenshot. That's true. Yeah, you can kind of see the scope of it. Not really in detail, but I'll do that later. That mic will be gone for a couple of seconds. He will turn it to text. Where am I going?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Let's put
I
it in the show and
promise.
tell. Oh, also Nitish
Oh,
continued on his dwarf as well. He's baking. I like it. Yeah, apparently has some flip normals. Oh, yeah, near his boot, I think. Yeah. My reference of my pure ref boards for my dwarf.
Your reference.
It's very small, as you can see right now, but it has a little bit of everything. Some old men, always a good reference to have. Like I said, the Homo floresiensis, some orang-utang as well, because I want to merge that into there as well. Just splice that into it. Like, how do those hands look? How does the fur look? Also a bit for the pose in there. A lot of things that kind of resemble what I'm making here for the cave and the ruins. What's there as well? Some small cooking things in the jungle. Like how did they did that? Just for random ideas when I'm done. Just to add some more props, right? What's there as well? Oh, and also some traditional Indonesian clothings to see if I could pull some ideas from there. And enemy stuff as well on the very right, if it's there. But yeah, also very selective. Like, oh, I'm not really doing well with this, or how does that look? And then I'm looking for reference instead of just creating just this massive board. It's just collected over the weeks. Just
over time, it just grows and grows.
Yeah, it just becomes bigger and bigger. Oh, you were just wondering, when you try to sculpt wood with no ref, you're just making a mess. Yeah, it's all right. You don't have to be precise to make wood, I feel. If you're making Hanuman, can you check this out as well? Maybe. I haven't checked out that animation though. It's I kind of forgot about it, unfortunately. It was on my list. I think I put it in the watch later, but
It's
I
on the
haven't seen
to-do
it.
list.
Yeah. Is it all on that to-do list? Yeah, for sure. But I don't really think I will. I'm curious what you're going to add though. That I am, but I don't think I will do that much anymore to Hanuman. Hanuman has to be really cool, and that's not because I don't want to, but sometimes you just have to leave something, otherwise you're never gonna finish it. Like.
Story of my life.
Like this project. And this project is just a project inside a project inside a project. So, but I'm curious though. What's
You're
what I still
making
need to check.
Hanuman. Can you check this out? Do you know what the this is that he's referring to?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Is it in the Discord?
But
I don't
I
see anything in the
didn't see it.
Discord.
I don't see it in the Discord yet. What is the this?
What is this? I am curious though. It's not that I don't want to see it, but I just don't be disappointed if I don't do anything with it. It's mostly because I just want to keep going with the
There it
project
is.
as well. Oh, where is
Oh, look at that dude.
Mike will be gone. Look at that guy. Damn.
That's pretty cool. It's a nice mix between monkey and human face.
Yeah, it is. I like that the mouth is really doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe the brows as well. I don't think people can see it, but
Check the Discord and you'll find it.
check the Discord and you can find out. The link is in the description. It's not in the link tree even. We still have the link tree, don't worry, but it's also just a naked link now in a description.
Naked link.
Yeah, it just goes straight to a Discord. I'm just noodling. Do I care that I'm just noodling? Not really. Not really, no, to be honest.
Nah.
Am I right with this?
Yeah.
I'm starting to getting more and more eager for the next project.
Yes.
And you guys are making so little details too.
What?
You should print that like 1 meter to keep any details. Yes, the printing will be a challenge. If I set it up for printing, right, if I make it that far, if I don't, eventually just say, nah, it's enough, right?
It's on the to-do list.
It can happen. It's on the to-do list, yeah. And just make that guy with his little walk over there, right? And not the entire cave. That's more doable, right? But yeah, I'll of course let you guys know that's when that is available for sculpting, for printing. But yeah, I doubt that I will add the entire cave and Hanuman's face, as cool as it is, as it will be. But it's just too much to have that in a decent scale. Just the entire dwarf and half a minifig, and then you still need 5 parts for the cave and tree.
Yeah.
How many tries do I have right now? The total points. Oh well, that's a bit tricky. Let me. How many is this? This is about 700. So right now, without this guy, because this is just a proxy that I just put in, because otherwise my file would be too slow. It's the same skill though. But right now I have about 4 million, which is quite a lot for me. Not for this
Total
project.
points?
Of total points, yeah. But this guy is about 700. So let's say 3.5 million active points. But that's without the dwarf. If I just go to my dwarf. Just the dwarf. Well, there's some accessories in there as well in that file. I have to wait a bit before it's loaded. Ah, there he is. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Hanuman is there as well. So okay, that's fun. It's maybe a little bit more of an accurate read then. I am on 19 million. Let's say 20 million. It's 19.9.
Okay, that's more like it. Right. I was like, everything only 4 billion? I'm like, what?
No, I just dynameshed my dwarf. So it's nice and small. So you still have the same size, and you can still see from like that's about it. That looks right size wise. And I mean, you don't really see all that detail anyway from this size. So why did I put it in there? Because it was fun. This is an anime project, by the way.
Yeah. In case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not. What am I doing?
That's something I ask myself almost on a daily basis, Mike. What have you been doing? I haven't really been looking at your screen. Your man is shouting.
I'm just redoing everything.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. And that's sound.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was gonna do better, but it does not look better.
And then go do something else.
Go back.
Yeah. Kind of like that they're all going in that direction. And then they kind of stop over here. So I need to do something about that. I think
I have before. I have this.
This guy, I'm just gonna duplicate it and just rotate it. Kind of like that. You know, put it over there. I'm just making a big spaghetti mess. Do you guys dynamesh everything together or remesh by union? And I don't know how 3D printing works exactly. I would, if I would 3D print it, I would remesh it, remesh by union, because it doesn't alter the shape, and it's usually also a lower amount of polygons as well. Because if you don't want to alter the shape, you have to bump up the quality a lot, right? Or the quantity, sorry.
Resolution.
Yeah, thank you, that one. And the remesh by union doesn't do that. And you're also, I'm usually quite sure that the remesh by union gives also a watertight, makes my model watertight, so there are no holes in it. With the Dynamesh, if the walls are too close together, that you sometimes get that Swiss cheesiness going on, right?
But with the rematch by Union, you also if you could still have things on the inside, right?
I'm not sure.
I think so, but
I think
we need to
we
check
tried
that.
we tried it out a while ago, right? Let me just go over here. Here we have our mesh, and I'm just going to duplicate it over there, and go to our remesh by Union. Let's learn today. Let's try and do that. And then I am. Will I do this with a boolean? Is that useful? I don't think it is, right? Let's try that anyway. Let's learn even more. And boolean, and that one cuts. Come on, man, boolean. Yeah, you don't see this with the boolean. Okay. It's the wrong kind of software I'm thinking of. And what if I just do this? Yeah, that's just a hole. So that just combines everything. This is nice. This is kind of what we want. But what about stuff on the inside? Makes sense. So we kind of got that. It's not intersecting with itself. Let's merge those together. Just do a remesh. Anyway, it shouldn't do anything because it isn't touching. Except... And everything's gone. Double. Yep, it's gone. The inside is gone, Mike.
Okay, that's good, right?
Yeah. So you don't have any pockets for where resin could collect. Yeah.
Just stay fluid in there.
Yeah, it starts to leak eventually. It's never really a nice thing. I was very happy with a print one. It's like, yes, it's finally done. And I just left it for a day, and I picked it up again. It was very wet and sticky, almost sweating almost that resin out of it. It was a sad day again. What printers do you guys have for the resins, or just the normal FDM printers as well? Right, you can do a lot of fun stuff with those. I got about 2 Prusa Minis, a Mark III as well, just 3 FDM printers, yeah, and an Anycubic Photon S, which is an old guy right now. Well, it's an old model, and I thought the screen was dying, and yeah, it's quite difficult to get a replacement of that one, not one that I trust at least. So you want to buy one? Oh, it's a fun hobby. It's a messy hobby, but it's a fun one.
I have Prusa Mini, the FDM printer. I can just put it in my closet and it will be printing away. I just cannot have it print during the night because the closet is connected to my bedroom and I keep hearing and I'm a quite light sleeper.
Oh, okay.
But that's not a good copy.
You have a Photon M3. I haven't really looked that much at new printers lately. Usually when I finally buy something, I stop looking for it. Like, I already got this the thing. I don't need a new one. I can't even afford it either. But yeah, it's but it has a bigger build plate than the Photon S, right? They kind of stopped stepping away. They kind of stepped away from the smaller, like this big build size, right? Build plate. It's really tiny. If you want to make something decent, you have to cut it. And I bought that one. I was like, yeah, this is enough. And then I had it for a couple of things. Yeah, the things that it works, it's nice, but the things that I actually wanted to make would have been a little bit nicer if it was just one size bigger. You should cut too much. Yeah. The M3 is enough. I can print a max of 20 centimeters figure in one print. That's pretty cool. I kind of forgot how
20 centimeters dancing Dracula.
I mean, he's a tall boy as well, so.
I mean, if the STL settings over here in ZBrush are properly sized, then it should have exported at 25 centimeters length. But
Your guy?
I don't know. Yeah, the STL that I did.
Oh, that one.
That's
Yeah.
Dracula one.
Oh, okay.
But
I was thinking about your dwarf.
no. Ooh. The dwarf was this big when I loaded it into the slicer.
But that's ZBrush as well, right?
Yeah.
It does some funny things with the scale. It just kind of does its own thing.
Yes, but that's why it can do all this millions of polygons before anybody else could do it.
Yes, and still, it's quite ahead on anything else.
Yeah, you just need a good processor, and that's it.
Yeah, I could use this on my the Wacom Studio Pro. I can use ZBrush in there. Can I render? No, not really. Can I texture? Nope, not at all. Don't have a graphics card in there. Can I use ZBrush? Yes. Yes.
Hell yes.
That's kind of why I bought it as well. So the graphics card would have been a nice thing to add, but it would have almost not doubled, but like a third would have been added, so like €1,000 extra. And I also heard that the that version, the Wacom Studio Mobile Studio Pro, 16, the one with the graphics card, also had a lot of problems.
Oh.
Yeah. You shouldn't. Yeah, if you have that one, you shouldn't have, or at least that version of that year that I had my 13. You shouldn't put it in 4K mode ever, because the CPU would have to do so much work, and it gets so hot that eventually your screen would get burned in. It's like a burn mark in your screen for where the processor is.
That's stupid.
Yeah. And also on a 16-inch, 4K is just ridiculous. So it's what do you think about the iPad can launch the ZBrush? It sounds very interesting. I'm eager about it, but
Yeah.
I'm also quite wary on the costs.
It's just if they make ZBrush as good as it is on the computer, but on iPad, I'm all for it. Let's see what they do.
Yeah. But
It
they kind of have
feels like
to.
they just turned another program into a ZBrush look, but I hope not.
Yeah, they kind of did. Maxon bought, I think before they bought ZBrush or Pixelogic, sorry. They bought a different one, a company that was working on a sculpting tool for mobile, and I'm guessing that they are using that code and just adding ZBrush features to it, or at least a ZBrush look. That doesn't mean that that's bad
So
though,
weird.
but you know they kind of have to compete against Nomad. So I'm very curious about the pricing of it and how much different it is compared to Nomad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise, why switch, right?
Yeah,
I haven't used Nomad myself, but I've seen other people use it, and it's a great tool.
it looks as if it works well.
Yeah, it really does. If you can't afford ZBrush, go to Nomad. Or use Blender Sculpt. Yeah, you can do that as well. It's quite competent as well. I say quite. A lot of very cool stuff that has been made with.
Blender is all right, right?
Yeah, Blender is alright. It's no ZBrush, but Blender is it's a Swiss Army knife. It can do everything, and ZBrush is this very sharp chef's knife. Can only do one thing, only cutting.
Only cutting.
You want to experience VR sculpting? Yeah, that sounds really cool as well. It's an expensive toy though. Just watched one of the videos about it, and it looks very interesting. Yeah, you sculpted in the VR, didn't you, Mike? Once, long
Yeah,
ago.
just it was just like a little touchy. It was not. I have not done a proper project. It was just like trying it out. And like, okay, this is interesting, and then yeah, I never had access anymore. So
Never again.
that, so
But not because you didn't want to, just because you
no,
couldn't. Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
couldn't. But yeah, the weirdest part is that you're always waving in the air, so you don't know when you're touching. But
Ah,
so it's I guess you only get used to it because it's similar if we're working on a drawing tablet as we are right now, like without the screen.
mm.
It's like it is a little bit disconnected, but it we know. So I guess we'll get used to it. But, I haven't used it long enough to say for certain.
Yeah, just to have a proper review.
Yeah. Geo is doing a lot of sculpting in it. Geo Nakbil.
Really?
Um, yes, he is on the developer team there. He's making awesome stuff.
You have an X or Y axis on tablet, but having a Z axis is also interesting. If you push your hand towards it, you can move the object in Z axis in VR.
Hmm. Yes. So instead of we just going over the scope, we just go like in that depth.
Yeah, just dig in there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just gouge out a hole. Oh man, imagine doing that and also have force feedback.
Yeah,
So you
that
know
would be
what you're
insane.
digging.
That would be really insane.
Yeah, I
So
kind of wanted to try that out as well, but then you also need some VR goggles, right? And they're just too expensive for me, so I don't have them. For just something to try out. It's not something I want to spend my money on as of yet. I'm kind of curious on where the VR train where it is going. I've seen a lot of cool things. Also, the Apple one, it looks interesting. You don't hear anyone anymore about it. The hype is completely gone after within a week, I think. But
Yeah.
it looked cool. I know there are a couple of ones that instead of just adding a lot more features to it or more powerful ones, they were trying to reduce the size of it, and it actually looked relatively small. It's still a block on your face, but it's like half the size of an Oculus, if that, maybe even smaller. And apparently, it's great as well. So I've heard the people say on the internet, so it's true, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't just buy it. You have to send multiple pictures of your face to them as well, and they will make a mold of that of your glasses, of your face that just fits on your glasses. So which is fun. But if you want someone to see that as well, then they can't really see it because it's molded to your face.
Yeah.
New features or new technology can be expensive. Yeah. You're waiting to buy for VR? Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's also with those new things. It changes so fast. So it's like you just bought this thing, and then like a year later, it's like, yeah, no, it's all outdated now.
Yeah. You just immediately buy an outdated piece of machinery or an apparatus, which is always a bit of a shame. Yeah. I mean, it's always the case when you buy something technology based, but it's when it's still.
Not always. The calculator hasn't changed in a while.
Well, the Apple calculator did. Yeah. The iPad finally is going to get a calculator.
Um,
Yeah, after almost 10 years or even more, it's got a
it
calculator.
didn't have a calculator before.
Nope.
You had to just download it in the App Store then, or what?
Probably there was one, yeah, but not from Apple. But apparently you can just draw some calculations,
Oh yeah, I saw
and
that.
then it will give you the answer. Also
Like
in that same handwritten style as your handwriting, or at least it looked like it in the video. But you also can make graphs. Just draw a graph and just say, "Oh, this is the formula," and you can change it around. It will change accordingly as well. It looked amazing.
plot X for 13 plus 3 times Y.
Exactly, something like that.
Just write that down and then plop, graph.
Yeah, just make the x and y axis and just make some things to it, and then it just works.
But,
It's a fun
this,
toy at least.
that's on an iPad or
Yeah,
phone or whatever, right?
iPad. Yeah, you need to have that pen with it as well, right?
No, so the technology of the calculator itself hasn't changed yet. So.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Well, it has that notepad attached to it, right? So that's new.
I remember back in my high school days, we had to get a graphics calculator.
Uh-huh.
Expensive little thing for plotting all the graphs and stuff.
Yeah, it was like $100 or something like that.
Yeah, a bit more than that, I think. A little bit more. I don't think so. Oh, getting me tired. What am I doing? What? Wow. Let's do this build.
Let's see, put that there. Yeah, I'm gonna just use the move tool. Doesn't need to be pretty. Needs to be alive. Get that away. Just push that in.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to guess my total points at the moment?
36
I do
million.
have some duplicate stuff in there, so.
Yeah, I think I had it
many?
in my file as well, but I cleaned up recently-ish, so it's all right. But I think 36 million.
High.
50.
High.
74.
Low.
69?
Lower. That would have been nice.
Yeah. 54.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect. Yeah.
nice.
54.8 million points total.
150, he says. I think if that's the case, we won't
150.
see Mike anymore. Then just the entire Discord would just shut down.
Chug.
Yeah.
What is this? Do I know? Is this fine? Is this fine? I think it is.
Just put it there. Yeah. Yeah, there are quite a lot of artists that have an insanely amount of polygons, or active points. They're not really polygons, are they? But of active points in ZBrush. I just my PC wouldn't be able to handle it.
I just.
Oh, the dwarf you're working on had 112 million, and it crashed your entire PC. Oh no!
Oh boy.
That's quite a lot.
Did you get it back?
I mean that it crashed, that's all right, but it reached it though,
Then
which is a challenge in itself.
I have to start cutting it up into separate tools and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of what we're doing as well, but it is some very large chunks. You know, we have the dwarf, and in my case, the cave. It's a sensible thing to cut out of it, to be honest.
And then just run a decimation before, and then only then put it together.
Yeah. Not really a small dwarf. No, not really. You don't really have anything to compare it to, right? Except for something really big, and it makes everything small. So the best part of ZBrush is the decimation master. I don't know if it's the best part, but it's a good part. It's some black magic
so
that's happening
nice.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Do you usually use it in steps? I just use the default settings, just that 20%, right? And then just calculate currents. And when it's done, just decimate to 20%, and it kind of look like, I could go lower. Just try another 20%. Like, yeah, okay, that's good. Like, no, it's too low, and then you go to 50% or something. Just go back and just try 50% of 20% instead of 20%. Sorry. Only then it's just really start to change the amount. Otherwise, you just stay at 20%. It's a good amount.
What the freak?
Let's move that around. I just decreased 180 million, I think. It's that stupid heart that's in the way again. Yeah, now I can see it. Decrease 180 million tries to 20k in one of your sprints. That's a nice amount.
Damn.
Did you get that that faceting? Or you see the faces? Which is not really always a problem, but if I go too low, then I tend to see that. So I tend to just stick to the around 200,000, which is an amount that Blender can handle very well. I mean, it can sculpt as well, right? But
A long save. Okay. Then those. Zupa.
you're using ZBrush only if the decimate you exported from Blender and then decimated in ZBrush.
Hey, decimate's pretty good.
Decimate is pretty good, yeah. Doesn't Blender have a similar functionality, or does it just doesn't work that well? Yet. Of course, I have to add, otherwise the Blender people get angry.
I'm working on a plugin for. I was working on Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, by the way, I noticed that what was it again? I posted it on the in the Discord as well. Hey man, how you doing?
Hey, Kafan.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah, how have you been? I posted it in Cool Resources. Oh yeah, the Blender Marketplace. That's the one. I'm not really that much of a Blender user, so I kind of forget about it. But the Blender Marketplace is having a birthday, and a couple of the plugins are free, and I posted one of them in the Discord channel on the Cool Resources. So if you want to have a rigging plugin, I have no idea if it's a very good one, but it's otherwise paid. It's free today.
Now it's free. Woohoo!
Yeah. Or at least it was when I posted it. So
free is my favorite price. Good, good.
ah, you collected
today. Ah, nice. Is it easy to use for posing and stuff, or is it also usable for actual animation?
I think it's also for actual animation. Yeah. Blender can do that as well, Mike.
But ZBrush can have animation.
That is true, yeah.
Which is very crazy.
Would you like to? No. Nope. No.
Would you really want to do that? Nah. Is it usable anywhere else? Not really. Delete cracked one en dan ging het zo de original uit dan. Yeah. Nice.
I mean, that's at least better, right?
Gotta take advantage of the promotions.
Blender has a decimate modifier. Oh, that's nice. I will play around with it when I need to do work. I made my my boss's mouth water a bit with the functionalities of Fusion 360.
Oh.
They tend to do everything in a software called Breakscott, which is an AutoCAD alternative. And
it's like the brick version of AutoCAD.
Yeah. But it's yeah, it's not really software I like using because it's very foreign to me. Just the way of using it. And yeah, I can do similar things in Fusion, so I've been using that. And he was like, "Oh, we need to have some 2D images of that as well." Like, okay. And we need to have these files and that. And after we've done with that, we need to make sure that it's ready for the CNC laser cutter. And there's entire list, right?
Uh-huh.
You just summon it up, and I was like, I think it can do all of those things in just Fusion.
All right.
Yeah, and the fun thing is, if you have made a 3D model, right, in Fusion, then you can just tell it from, hey, make a technical drawing for me, and just the top side, bottom, 3/4 view, everything like that. And it automatically updates as well. And I just showed him. I should just show them that part, like, hey, dude, just look at this, right? I just did that, and he was just looking with wide eye, like, that took us a full day otherwise. Like, yeah, not 10 seconds. You want to know the best part? There's a better part? Yeah. So go back to the drawing, make a big change, save it, go to my drawing again, and it updates again. Yeah, with the measurements as well. It's so great. So
oh my god, we have been living in the Stone Age.
They kind of have, yeah, because the Breakscott that they've been using, they haven't been using it to the full potential. Not that I am aware where that is, but I know that there are functionalities in that piece of software where you can use parameters. So you can say, oh, like instead of just using the 5 millimeters always, like, oh, this line needs to be 5 millimeters from this side always, right? You can make a variable. So you call it offset line, whatever, anything you want. And every time that instead of a number you type in that variable, it will use the number that's in the table next to that name, right? That's associated with it. As a result, that if you change the number in your table, it changes all of them in your entire drawing, which is very nice.
If you want that.
Yeah, definitely. Usually, because there are a lot of layers in those drawings that we have, and like hundreds of them sometimes. And if you need to make a change, like, oh no, this line width or something like that, that space needs to be 1 millimeter bigger. You have to go through all of them by hand to change it. And then you make mistakes because there are over 100 of them.
Yeah.
Or you just go to a table and just change it, press enter, and then you're done. So it's I like this functionality of it.
Yeah. Can Fusion also, can you assign like materials to different parts, and can it then calculate how much material it will need if you were to make that thing?
I think it can, yeah.
Because I know that's something from in SolidWorks that is usually used, so it's probably also in Fusion.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, right?
Maybe. I'm not that deep into it. I just know that SolidWorks is used for products a lot. So.
Yeah, the big difference is that it's free for pretty much everyone, SolidWorks. But all the files are stored in the internet and also accessible for everyone as well. So if you're making a thing,
I thought that SolidWorks was pretty expensive.
Maybe I'm thinking about a different one.
Maybe.
There's also a Cat one that's just in the browser, and you can use it everywhere.
Oh my gosh, I am tired.
Yeah, me too. But it's pretty much almost time. We've got about 20 minutes left. I kind of like where my my tree is going. It's a mess, but I kind of want it to be a mess. Just vines covering her tree. That's broken down because of lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning. I can't really do the inside in the same way that I did the outside, right? Because otherwise I'll have tree bark on the inside, which isn't really a fun thing to have. Needs to be ripped and rough and sharper-ish. But I think I will leave that part at least for the next week. The silhouette needs to change as well, right? It's very lumpy right now. So it just... that needs to be sharper.
Let's go to chat right now. A new bar. Okay. What am I going to touch? Let me just save. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, the planet decimation mod isn't really working well? Oh, that's a shame. Is do you prefer the sculpting in well, I guess so, right? Otherwise you'll be sculpting a ZBrush. What do you prefer with the Blender sculpting compared to ZBrush? Because I haven't never really looked into it because, well, got a ZBrush license and I'm used to ZBrush. So there's no real reason for me to switch over, not yet at least. I hope that I never have to, but you know.
Yeah.
Eventually, we kind of have to, right?
Maybe.
I think you need something on the front as well. Something kind of sticking that direction. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Off center. Okay. Oh.
Can you make it for another 15 minutes?
I will save again, and I will just do some doodling.
Ah.
So,
You said save, and I haven't saved the entire day, so
yeah.
let's save as well.
Just I feel like everything that I'm touching right now is like I don't know if this is a good idea. So I'll just not.
Just stay away from it. Just
Just
just for
leave
today.
that for the next one.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
fine.
should have. Oh, well, I saved the C tool anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me just reopen. Oh. Reopen it so that I have the latest tool opening next time.
Mm.
Otherwise, I might forget.
The blender sculpt is actually quite similar to yours. That's stupid hard, man.
Quite similar, but you can do more things in Blender than sculpting.
Yeah, that is true. I must say I really want to have a second camera, so you can know what I'm rendering. Yeah, if I'm gonna render, I can easily make a tweak. It's not really how you should technically. You shouldn't immediately go for that render cam, right, when you're sculpting. Otherwise, everything kind of starts to look a little bit skewed. It's not something you really want. But if you're tweaking, like, oh, you got your camera angle right, but then you see that all of a sudden that you have a tangent line somewhere, and so you can just lower the arm ever so slightly, so you don't have that anymore. Like things like that. And right now we have to well, merge everything together and then decimate it, because otherwise Blender can't handle it, which is fair. And then maybe decimate it again and export it, and then I have to import it, then place it on the correct spots because of that silly 3D cursor. And yeah, it's quite a lot of steps just for checking. Is it good now? Is it good now? What about now? And
What about
I tried the Go B plugin as well, which is basically Go Z but for Blender. And I don't know why, but I stopped using it. Oh, what? Yeah, I know, right? Because if I moved it so it could fit my my render view a bit better, then it would also move in ZBrush, which I didn't want to. That's why. Otherwise, that would have been a very nice solution.
see?
It's not just rendering in Blender, but you can also use physics. Yeah, that's true. If you want to sculpt water, use the physics and transfer the volume to the mesh, and then yes, it's Blender is really good at using multiple things just together. Also, just sculpting, making assets for your characters or creatures is also really nice, because you can just box model them, right? Sometimes you don't need a lot more than that. Or just make a base mesh, right? Very easily. Like, oh, it's about this, and then you sculpt over it.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw my screen just reloading and being weird and oh yeah, and the stream had also disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
You're back though. Everything works. So
Okay, good.
Blender stole Houdini. Ooh, with the geometry nodes as well. There's a software trying to steal. It tries to steal every piece of software. Yeah, well, maybe if they can.
Yeah. If they can, why not?
And I must say, I graduated on Houdini. I like it a lot. Has been years the last time I used it though, because just my work never really had a use for it. But now that I'm using Blender, I can't really find some of the features that I'm looking for, that I'm used to from Maya, and like duplicate special, and when you have a copy and maybe it's mirrored, and it would automatically update when I'm updating my original thing, right? So I can mirror something and work from that side, for instance, or just make a little stair and it just keeps going.
Instancing.
Yeah, it's interesting, really. Yeah. And I wasn't really able to find it, but because of the geometry nodes, it was just very easy to make my own one. So it's yeah, I like the geometry nodes in Blender. They're very not easy to use, but quite user friendly compared to the Houdini ones. Still nice that there's quite a lot of people working on them, or just using them in general, so you can just go to a Discord and ask questions. Because it's been a while since the last time I used geometry nodes, and you know they're all different now as well, right? So it's basically kind of like starting over. It feels, but yeah, not as intimidating as Houdini was, with all the coding and the VOPs and the SOPs, and what's the difference was between those. And yeah, it's
And but then you can also do a fluid simulation in there and
yeah,
and
yeah,
render.
yeah. And the particles and the breaking of things, and
Yeah.
it's a great piece of software. But yeah, if you're just messing around or just want to try out something, yeah, just use Blender because it's free. Well, Houdini is as well. Let's be honest. For
Is it?
apprentice,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, rendering in there is a little bit more tricky because you're very limited to your render size, and there's a big watermark in there. That's back then when we used it. That was the only downside to it. But yeah, exporting things was also a little bit more difficult. But yeah, if we're just trying to practice with the software, why not? It's great that there's a free version for students,
Free!
right, Adobe?
Right, Adobe?
I want to say Autodesk as well, but they have a free version for students.
We're just not students anymore.
I'm just not a student anymore, so I don't like it that I have to pay for it now.
Yeah.
I can't pay for it. I cannot. I want to, but I can't. I would be fine paying for the software, but not a subscription that I can't afford. I also switched to Affinity now with many other people. And I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised with it.
It has everything.
It has everything that I need. Yeah, it doesn't have everything
What?
completely
It
the
doesn't
same.
have AI?
It doesn't. No.
That's
If I want
strange.
to clean up a photo, I have to do it by hand, like a
What?
caveman. But the selecting tool is actually pretty nice.
Mm.
You started your 3D journey with Blender, then switched to ZBrush and Maya. Yeah, I mean, like we said, Blender has everything. Just use it. Have fun with it. It's kind of what they want, right? And
And a little bit
I
of
still prefer Maya, but yeah, I just can't afford it. There are other ways to getting it, but it never really worked out for me all that well. It's always been a little bit of a mess, and then it does work, and then it doesn't anymore, and I have to look for another one. It's yeah.
Blender is also a little bit of Dutch pride, right?
It is Dutch, isn't it?
Yeah, made by a Dutch guy.
Yeah, I know Susan
Or
is at least.
originally, long time with
Yeah, I know Susan is. One of
Susan.
my old colleagues used to be a colleague of the guy who made Susan.
What is Susan?
Susan is the monkey head that you see in Blender.
Ah, okay.
It's kind of like the teapot, but
Yeah.
yeah, more Blender.
It's like Game Maker back in the day. It was also a Dutch guy.
Ah.
Mark Overmars.
Oh, yeah, I know that name. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that name because of all of the tutorials of Game Maker that I was following.
Just from the guy who made it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I know that Game Maker was good enough if I can, for example, make Warcraft, but in Game Maker, so let's do that. Uh,
Okay, kind of like that. Maybe push that in a bit more. If I do that, then everything has to be pushed out as well.
What's the head for? It is just my end of day doodling. My brain cannot brain anymore. So I'm just not touching the dwarf right now because everything that I was touching, I'm like, that's not good. And
It's just
that's why I'm.
the next piece of a scene that you got
Oh
this
yeah,
dwarf
yeah.
and he was
That's
fighting a giant night
Didn't I tell
dragon
you
thing.
about his twin brother that was fighting with him?
Oh, I thought it was like this sort of a godhead that's looking from a top
Oh, okay.
onto your dwarf fighting a dragon. Yeah, it's time to relax. I think we should call it a day as well. I'm also just noodling still. I feel like it's it's gotten even more diagonal than it started with. I didn't really think about that. Yeah,
Diagonal.
I'll
Oh yeah.
my tree kind of got a little bit lopsided, but that's fine. I'll fix it later.
Fixed it
Um,
in post.
yeah, future Bram will deal with that. What a nice hat you're making.
Thank you.
Did you learn many new tricks when
All
Ryan
all
was
the tips
teaching
and
you?
tricks. Hell yeah. Look at this.
Oh, I'm looking. Wow.
Uh,
Uh huh.
right.
Whoa.
Obviously. Right.
Yeah.
Do a little deeper. Maybe a little bit of this, right? Let's get rid of that. And get that. And it's like, almost. Now we just do a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Oh. Zoop.
Use the AccuCurve for that.
And then put that filter on there. I don't think this is the right size, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's like way off size, but and then you would often do a little bit of a donut around. Yes, still in the film.
A donut around it.
Mm.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I need to practice a lot of things like that again because I'm forgetting parts, so I'm just doing something that looks right. Good, it's good enough. Oh, thank you, Alden Almost Ball. It was fun. We will be back on Tuesday, and maybe it's only me again. Mike will be traveling back to Scotland, so
back to Scotland, freedom. Whoa, okay. Yes. It's late.
It is late, yeah. It's near the end of the week, right? So it's... Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Yes.
We see you, at least me, on Tuesday. So
thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys on the Discord.
Yeah, goodbye.
Until next time, bye-bye.